What's up, everybody? It's Mark Parson, 3-year NFL veteran for the Houston Texans and New Orleans Saints. This is my 4th tip of today. All right, this tip actually comes from a question from a guy, all right, who asked me about the difference between the shuffle technique and the back pedal. So he said, what's better, what's the positive, what's the negative? Well, guess what? I had the opportunity to do both. When I was with the Houston Texans, I had Coach David Gibbs, who actually trained, coached Champ Bailey and them. And you remember how Champ used to play. I don't know if Champ still does this technique, but it's the open and shuffle technique. So the quarterback's in here, I'm the cornerback, and my receiver's right here where you are. So he actually trained them, and he was my coach in Houston. So we actually shuffled the whole time. Now here's the positives about the shuffle technique. I'm gonna show you. So you're the receiver, all right? Cornerback's in there. Shuffle technique, we actually had to open up because we like to act like we're in cover 2. And that's another video I'll talk about disguise. We would open up, and it was always a 3-step. It's the same concept. So you got to read the 3-step. So you see it's a 3, 1, 2, and if you saw a 3, you coming up, all right? And you getting your eyes to your guy. So if it's 3, it's like 1, 2, all right? So imagine if it was a slant, and we saw that. 2, 1. So what this does is, the shuffle technique, you already have your hips open, so you feel comfortable, all right? You feel comfortable. Now, the 3-step, it's pretty simple, just like in the back pedal. The back pedal, you got your 3 steps, so you go 1, 2, 3, and you coming up to the receiver. If you read 3-step, same thing with the shuffle. All right. Now in the shuffle technique, I would say the hardest thing to guard are the intermediate routes. That's like the digs, comebacks, and stuff like that. But with this, if it's a 5-step, now you running like this. All right. So if it's 5-step, your hips are already open, and your receiver's running. And then what you have to do is, the shuffle is like this, so you run it, and then you can break on anything, okay? So the shuffle technique, the good thing about the shuffle technique is, still got to do the same thing. You got to read the quarterback, get your eyes to your receiver, but your hips are already open. Now the back pedal, see, the back pedal is really good for guys on the intermediate routes because your hips are always up. Now, when you got a really fast guy and he's going to take off on you, that's when it can become difficult because you got to literally transition and turn all the way around. So here's my tip for you. The shuffle technique, you still have, is the same concept on a 3-step. Intermediate routes like the digs and comebacks may be a little difficult, but if you're a fast guy, then you really can do both. You know, if you're a fast guy, you can have your hips open. If you're not so fast, what you want to do is you want to focus on your strengths and understand your weaknesses. So your hips being open may actually be better for you, all right? As a fast guy, as a slower guy. And if you're really fast, like I said, if you're fast, you can do whatever you want to do, really. You know, if you just get your technique down. But if you're a slower guy, something like a shuffle technique will actually be better for you because now you got your hips open, all right? So that's my tips on the shuffle. I'll give you more information on the shuffle technique and the back pedal, but it's all up to your coach anyways. But so I would say get really good at both, all right? So it's Mark Parsons signing off, guys. Make sure you go in the description box, cop that 15-minute speed trainer, and check out the rest of my videos and email me, all right? cornerbackpro@gmail.com. Peace.